Hi, everybody. My name is Nanika Edwards, and I'm from Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean. In this video, I'm going to be explaining why Chinese is actually much easier than people realize. And in fact, it's just to put it simply, it's easy. It's very easy. So I know that something that people consider something of a road bump in terms of drumming up the courage to actually attempt Chinese would be the script. The script looks very scary to people, but it's actually much more approachable than people realize. So you can think of the script as, deciphering the script, for example, as being like a field trip to a museum field trip, like to an art museum or a history museum. Because Chinese script encapsulates a lot of history and culture because it's ancient, it's thousands of years old, and it's a direct window to the ancient past. So if you're a history buff, you're going to love Chinese, but still, to decipher the script, all you need is to understand what the elements are. As I mentioned in a previous video, Chinese words sometimes include elements that are called radicals. And these radicals are elements that provide or point to the root meaning of a word, the essence of a word. So, for example, if you have a word like love, the radical is heart. And really, we can't love unless, we love from the heart. That's what love is, loving from the heart. You cannot have love separate and apart from the heart, as in that intangible part of us that can feel, that can experience emotions and powerful, passionate emotions. So the radical in the word for love, at least in the traditional form of the script, includes the heart, which is a radical for that word. So once somebody understands what the different elements are in a word, the elements that you're looking at, and your teacher, once you find a teacher who is versed in this area of Chinese, they can capably guide you through that. That is something that helps make the script a lot easier to understand. Some forms of the script are icons, or you know they convey ideas and concepts, and some of the words, some Chinese words, are pictographs. They are literal pictures. So I'm going to talk about that in a separate video, maybe the next video. But I just want you to know that once you can decipher the script, what is called studying etymology, then the script becomes that much more digestible. It's easier to approach, easier to process, easier to decipher, easier to understand. Understanding the script is like taking different pieces of a jigsaw puzzle, like a small jigsaw puzzle, and finding the different pieces, pulling them apart, studying each piece, and then putting it back together so it creates a whole picture that makes sense. That's what the etymology is like, and it's not difficult. It's really not difficult. It's not difficult at all. It's very easy. It's very easy to do. I mean, it takes a little studying. You do have to do some research if this is an area that really interests you. It's a pretty broad dimension, a pretty broad aspect of Chinese study. So, yeah, so don't think of the script as something from some other galaxy. You can think of it as a wonderful field trip to a museum, an art museum, a history museum, a cultural museum, some kind of museum that's fun and interesting, where you're having this very dynamic, interactive experience with the script. And the beautiful thing about the etymology is it can speak to us on such a deep personal level. So again, Chinese is easy. All you have to do is learn the elements, understand what you're looking at, and then it will make sense. So yeah, Chinese is easy. If you enjoyed this video, thank you for giving it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.